From real-life celebrities to Hollywood to your hometown, this is Celebrity Page TV. We're keeping you informed on everything happening in the world of entertainment. I'm Sonia Isabel, still coming to you from our New York City newsroom. The rest of our crew is safe and working remotely.
That's right, Sonia. I'm working safely at home as well. Celebrity Page still getting things done. Here's what's on today's episode.
He's the Grammy-winning hitmaker who's worked with everyone from Casey Musgraves to Kelly Clarkson. Today, we're one-on-one with Songland's Shane McAnally.
Also, she's the star of the new ABC romantic comedy, The Baker and the Beauty. Our conversation with Lisa Vidal.
And let's go crazy. We've got a special sneak preview of the star-studded concert honoring Prince.
We're so glad you're with us, so let's kick things off with the Hollywood Wrap.
He didn't have as high a fever. He did not lose his sense of taste or smell.
Actress Rita Wilson giving her first interview since recovering from coronavirus. Rita speaking with Gayle King, telling her that she and husband Tom Hanks both contracted the virus from the same person while in Australia, but Rita's symptoms were more severe than Tom's.
George gets it, and he has no symptoms.
It's a similar story for another famous couple. Actress Allie Wentworth sharing with Jimmy Kimmel that her symptoms were much more serious compared to her husband's, ABC News anchor George Stephanopoulos. After weeks of suffering, Allie is now feeling better.
Came home from my trip, got in the bed, don't remember the next 10 days.
That's DJ Jazzy Jeff speaking with his longtime collaborator Will Smith on his Snapchat talk show. Jeff sharing that he had all the symptoms of coronavirus, including pneumonia in both lungs. But Jeff was unable to get tested despite going to the hospital. Have you heard of the All In Challenge? It was started by the founder of Fanatics, and it's a way to raise money for food organizations like Feeding America and Meals on Wheels. Celebrities from Justin Bieber to popular athletes now auctioning off experiences for fans who make donations.
Hi everyone, I just want to thank all of the hospital workers, the doctors, nurses, and staff.
Some famous New Yorkers are sending thank you messages to medical workers in their home state. From J-Lo to Robert De Niro to Kerry Washington, the celebs recording videos with messages of gratitude for hospital personnel.
Say I'll see you after the quarantine.
See you after the pandemic.
And how's this for an adorable quarantine moment? Andy Cohen and Amy Schumer doing a video chat for his Bravo show and bringing on their adorable toddler sons for a virtual play date. And that's today's Hollywood Wrap.
Season 2 of Songland is underway on NBC, and Grammy-winning producer Shane McAnally is back again as one of the mentors. Shane is joining me now. It's good to see you. So what should fans expect this season?
It's really spectacular. We had incredible talent all season. Just the legends sitting in that room and talking about their discography and what they might want to do next. And then, of course, we had Usher. I mean, I still get nervous when I even talk about the fact that I got to sit next to Usher and talk about music and make music with him.
Now, what was one of your favorite moments this time around?
One episode that's really going to surprise people is her.
Drunk and faded.
Yes! Yo, she gets it.
The songwriters that are on that episode, all of them would have been winners on other episodes. It was so hard to choose.
Now, you started the year busy in the studio, and you recently collaborated with Sam Hunt on his new album. What was that like?
I am so excited that people are finally getting to hear these songs, and also to recognize why it took so long. He was evolving. He didn't want to do what he had done before. Baby, you're playing hard to forget. There are so many projects that I've had the honor of working on. The Kelsey Ballerini record that just came out, and a song that I wrote and produced with her called The Other Girl, that is a duet with Halsey. And I'd never worked with Halsey before, and you know, I think she's incredible, so I'm excited for people to hear that.
And you're staying home with your family like the rest of us. How are you guys holding up?
I think that we're at a breaking point with homeschooling, I'm not going to lie. I don't know how we're going to last on that front. Please don't make me get up, please. You know, when we were taping Songland this season, it was a lot of hours, a lot of days in a row, and I was in California and the kids were in Nashville, and I just wanted time with them, just some uninterrupted time, and this is certainly the example of be careful what you wish for. But I am So blessed.
Well, Shane, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. We'll be watching Songland Monday nights on NBC. Well, across the dial at ABC, they've just debuted a new romantic comedy series called The Baker and the Beauty. Our Hollywood insider Arthur Cade is talking with the star Lisa Vidal.
Congratulations on the new series. Looks like a lot of fun. Tell me all about it.
The Baker and the Beauty is basically about this kind of regular guy who's a baker, played by Victor Esu, my son on the show. And he happens to come upon this huge celebrity, famous fashion mogul, and they start to fall in love. And The Baker and the Beauty is all about how those two worlds, his simple family life with bakery and her celebrity life, kind of come into play and collide. And how does that affect the family? How does that affect her? And what does that look like?
So this is a remake from an Israeli show. It's a very successful Israeli show, correct?
Very successful show, by Avi Arzar, and he created the Israeli version. I think there are other versions being created as well. And it's funny. It's gonna have you like crying and celebrating, and you're just gonna fall in love with this family.
I want what my parents have. It's magic. The two of them, they make each other better.
Lisa also sharing what it means to be part of a show that portrays Latino characters authentically.
The only stereotypes you see out there are very negative. When Latinos see themselves in that light all the time, it's very depressing, and it's kind of mind conditioning. The Baker and the Beauty really show Latinos as just normal people.
You can catch The Baker and the Beauty Mondays on ABC.
All right, now we're checking in with Rob Shooter via Skype for the latest dose of naughty gossip. Rob?
Hello, hello, hello. So Jill Zarin hopefully wants to get back on The Real Housewives. The new season has arrived, and her nemesis, Bethany Frankel, has left the show. Lots of people think the reason Jill has never been invited back is because Bethany was still on the show and they really do not get along. Is this an opportunity for Jill? Probably not. The show is back. The ratings are good. In fact, if anything, they would love the show to be a little bit younger. Insiders do say, though, she will be popping up in this season as a friend of the housewife she's on with Luann at a party. Like all of us in quarantine, even stars too are eating a little bit too much. That's right, the refrigerator is just a little too close. Jessica Simpson lost over 100 pounds. She worked hard to do it. She actually did it by walking. She walks up to 10,000 steps a day. My sources tell me Jessica is determined to not put that 100 pounds back on or any of it. She's a very rich, successful celebrity, so she does have a lovely garden. So she's walking round and round to make sure she doesn't put the weight back on. Jessica, we love you any size. We might have been crushing on the wrong Cuomo brother, so see it ends. Chris Cuomo is a hunk, we all know that, but now his brother, the governor, Andrew, is turning out to be the most popular Cuomo. He's getting love letters from men and women all around. Some people are predicting he might even be People's sexiest man of the year. I'll be back with a royal exclusive in just a moment.
All right, looking forward to that, Rob. Thank you. Just ahead on Celebrity Page TV, from a special quarantine edition of 90 Day Fiancé to not one, not two, but 3 new shows about drag queens. It's this week's Reality Reel, ahead on Celebrity Page TV. On the next Celebrity Page TV, we're looking at the impact of Fox's empire. Plus, Prince Harry gets real about quarantine life. Big stars, big Hollywood. Celebrity Page TV.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Welcome back to Celebrity Page TV. I'm Sonia Isabel. It's time now for today's dish. Taraji P. Henson sharing with Variety about her disappointment that they weren't able to finish the very last planned episode of Empire. Despite that, the show is saying goodbye this week with the finale airing April 21st on Fox. The producers hoping perhaps in the future they could get back together to shoot that very last show.
Silence! Your social betters are here!
This week also marks the final episode for Will and Grace, the rebooted version of the NBC sitcom set to air its finale on April 23rd, along with a retrospective special. Old episodes of Will and Grace have found a new home. NBC Universal is slowly rolling out its new streaming service called Peacock. It's now available for customers who get their cable or internet from NBC's parent company, Comcast. They can now watch classic shows and movies on the service, but new content like reboots of Saved by the Bell won't be starting for a few months.
I can't promise you that I can protect you.
Netflix is still cranking out the new releases. 3 new shows are now streaming, including this improv comedy special from Thomas Middleditch and Ben Schwartz. There's also a new culinary competition show called Cooked with Cannabis and the animated existential series The Midnight Gospel.
Before the day I met you, and I was so unkind.
ABC is trying to keep new episodes of American Idol coming. Starting April 26, contestants will be performing from their homes, and judges Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, and Luke Bryan will all be critiquing while watching from their own living rooms. And big news for fans of The Mandalorian.
Yeah? Good.
Disney Plus will be launching a new docuseries showing how the popular show was made. You can watch it on Star Wars Day, May the 4th. And that's today's dish.
Well, it's hard to believe, but it's now been 4 years since we lost Prince. And now the Recording Academy is celebrating the Purple One with an all-star Grammy tribute. It's today's What's Trending.
Let's Go Crazy was a huge hit from the Purple Rain album. Now it's the title of a brand new special honoring the artist on CBS. Her and Gary Clark Jr., just 2 of the big names taking the stage to celebrate Prince.
His mystique, I really model after that, and he's everything to me. He's probably one of my #1 influences in my guitar playing. You know, one time somebody asked Eric Clapton, oh, what does it feel like to be the best guitar player? And Eric Clapton said, I don't know, ask Prince.
I'm something that you never comprehend.
It was a huge inspiration and reason why I started to make music and to write songs and to pick up a guitar and to really pursue it as a musician.
Artists from Miguel to Usher to Earth, Wind & Fire all coming together to sing their favorite Prince tunes and to keep his memory alive.
Very special to be able to be here tonight, you know, and perform these great songs.
I grew up with all of his records, and as a popular musician, he was the most talented of anybody.
Prince's longtime collaborator Sheila E. also among the performers. The night not only celebrating Prince the singer, but Prince the songwriter, like this Bangles classic that he wrote.
Just another manic Monday.
Don't miss Let's Go Crazy, the Grammy tribute to Prince, April 21st on CBS.
Well, if you're like me after weeks of self-isolation, you might feel like you're starring in your own reality show. Well, now the folks at 90 Day Fiancé are turning quarantine life into an actual TV show. Here's today's Reality Reel.
Quarantine time is never easy.
90 Day Fiancé creating a new spin-off showing couples dealing with life together in quarantine.
Enjoy your life.
I will, now you're not in it.
Good, same here.
90 Day Fiancé Self-Quarantined airs Mondays on TLC.
Are you ready?
We are ready. RuPaul's Drag Race announcing a new spin-off featuring celeb makeovers from past contestants.
Let us have it.
RuPaul's Secret Celebrity Drag Race will reveal the stars beginning April 24th on VH1. And speaking of drag queens,
to watch this butterfly bloom, I am so proud of her, because that's what it's all about.
Some familiar faces taking over our screens and changing lives in 2 new shows.
I really want you to shine through, because I see a very, very beautiful girl sitting next to me.
Alexis Michelle and other Drag Race alums starring in Dragnificent, helping people find their inner queen.
Trying to bring about some impactful change into people's lives, and we are so excited to share it with everybody.
The show breaking down barriers and teaching others how to be confident.
Right there, that's the secret. It's not about looking great, it's about feeling great.
Catch Dragnificent Mondays on TLC.
Drag is about empowerment.
But that's not all. Shangela, Eureka, and Bob the Drag Queen teaming up in the new show, We're Here.
Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. No, I'm kidding.
The Queen's traveling across the country to spread love and teach important lessons about acceptance.
I want you to feel like you have a purpose. Honey, you can't live for nobody but yourself.
Yeah. The new series begins April 23rd on HBO, and that's your reality reel.
Reels celebrates Star Wars this week on Behind Closed Doors. Natalie Morales hosts the Tell-All special with insight from the cast and crew. Here's your first look.
Before her untimely death at age 60 in December of 2016, Carrie Fisher had finished filming her scenes for the sequel to The Force Awakens. A year later, the highly anticipated The Last Jedi, Episode 8, for those keeping score at home, is released in theaters.
Out in force, we're with the first Star Wars fans to see The Last Jedi.
Response to The Last Jedi was across the spectrum, and people seemed to love it or hate it. And I think after The Force Awakens, fans had certain expectations of how storylines would play out, and when it didn't go the way they thought it would, they just kind of reacted to the film negatively.
I think The Last Jedi is a very different feeling film from any of the others, and the TV shows, and the books, and the comics. There's a lot of humor in it. There's a lot of side story, and I think that a lot of people want things to be the same.
Last Jedi tends to really divide the Star Wars audience, and more so than the Ewoks ever divided the Star Wars audience. And that's because Ryan felt, as the filmmaker of Star Wars, that in order for the saga to move forward, one day you have to tell a story don't involve a Skywalker. So in order to fix it, he had to break it first, right?
We'll be watching for more as Natalie Morales hosts the Tell-All special Star Wars Behind Closed Doors Wednesday night on Reels.
Still to come, how are Harry and Meghan holding up during quarantine? The latest royal gossip next on Celebrity Page TV.
Time for more hot headlines in the Celebrity Page feed. The new show Celebrity IOU is a huge hit for HGTV. Now Melissa McCarthy is the next star to join the Property Brothers for a surprise renovation. And you can celebrate Earth Day on April 22nd without leaving home. Networks including the Disney Channel and BBC America have marathons of special programming planned. Follow us on Twitter at Celebrity Page TV for more entertainment news on your time.
The world is talking about coronavirus, but it's hard to know what to listen to. We have answers to your questions, like who's most at risk for coronavirus? People over 65. People with underlying medical conditions like heart disease, chronic lung disease, asthma, diabetes. People undergoing cancer treatment, and people with weakened immune systems. What should you do if you or a loved one is at higher risk? Avoid close contact with people. Avoid crowds. Stay home if you can. Wash your hands frequently. Learn more ways to protect yourself and others at coronavirus.gov. Together, we can help stop the spread.
Welcome back to the show. I'm James Vaughn in Las Vegas. Sonia Isabel's in New York City, and you're watching Celebrity Page TV.
Welcome back to Celebrity Page TV. LA Lakers star Kyle Kuzma is helping spread the word to California families about free meals for children in need. It's today's Giving Carpet. With schools shut down across the country, millions of children and families who rely on free school-provided meals are going to be hungry. But LA Laker Kyle Kuzma and model and TV personality Alejandra Espinoza are here to help. The two partnering with the California Milk Processor Board, the creators of Got Milk, and the Dairy Council of California to help provide California families with nourishing meals.
During these tough times, I've really been just trying to better myself. Trying to figure out, who I am more as a person, and that's all that really matters. I think the most important thing for everyone to do is just to stay strong and have faith.
To find the closest meal-to-go drive-through service site near you, head to gotmilk.com. We're checking back in with Rob Shooter via Skype for the latest royal headlines. What do you have for us today, Rob?
Sources tell me that Harry and Meghan have settled beautifully into Malibu. They're staying in a rented property that a friend of their dad owns. He owns the property and is letting them stay there. It's very secluded. It's very private. We have not yet seen them. We've not seen a single photograph of the royals out and about. That's because they are in lockdown. They're following the rules very, very carefully. They obviously have a little baby, so they're certainly staying away. However, the minute all this is over, the first thing they're going to do is find a home in Malibu. Malibu Meghan is the new nickname I'm hearing she's been called.
All right, thank you, Rob. And for more stories like these, be sure to check out Rob's iHeartRadio show, Naughty But Nice, with Rob Shooter.
When we come back, meet today's real-life celebrities who are making a positive impact during the global pandemic. That's next on Celebrity Page TV.
Queen is just my everything. Right now, I wouldn't know where my life would be without her.
They say chivalry is dead. It's not. Terrence is a gentleman. He opens doors. His smile did it. His smile, his eyes, his knowledge. My landlord, he decided that he wanted me to move based on the fact that I was transgender. It takes me to a place of no hope. It takes me to a place of loneliness. It saddens me. When you discriminate against somebody in housing, where do these people go? Let's just respect people in everyday life for just being human.
Welcome back to the show. I'm James Vaughn in Las Vegas. Sonia Isabel's in New York City, and you're watching Celebrity Page TV.
Well, if you've been watching the news a lot lately, it might be leaving you feeling sad or anxious, so we're making it a priority to celebrate the positive every day in our show. It's time for Real Life Celebrities, where we introduce you to some extraordinary people who are performing incredible acts of kindness. One Englishman has set a big birthday goal. 99-year-old Tom Moore planning to walk 100 laps around his garden before his 100th birthday. The World War II veteran raising £4 million for Britain's National Health Service. A hospital in Massachusetts is celebrating COVID-19 survivors. Healthcare workers playing the Rocky theme song every time a patient is successfully treated and discharged. And people are helping out in many different ways. One family coloring their whole house with different colored chalk to brighten their neighbors' days. And a 17-year-old cashier recently making a big difference at work. Elizabeth paying one senior customer's full bill after he was short on cash.
She's just a little angel is what she was. You know, she's the light of day.
If you know of any real-life celebrities participating in uplifting acts or lighthearted fun, send them our way on Twitter or Instagram at Celebrity Page TV, and they might just end up on our show. Well, it's so important to stay positive throughout all of this. We want to thank you so much for being with us today. And remember, we're in this together. So for James Vaughn and the entire Celebrity Page team, I'm Sonia Isabel. Stay healthy and safe, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.